So welcome everybody. This is the session we are planning to go deep into the NIOS OBE, like to give you as much information you need for uh, the journey. Like if you are homeschooling your child, how National Institute of Open Schooling can help you in your journey, in your like if your child is still say like 9th or 10th standard, like when till they are 15 years old. So we'll concentrate on that, like from beginning, how it can help. And what before starting, like since you all guys have told about yourself, let me tell about our thing, like what we are. My idea is to create a platform where anyone can elevate their skill. Like be you are like maybe taken a sabbatical, or you are old age person, you are a student, or anybody in that, like anything you want to explore or create skill, we want to provide that. So that's what I feel like a gap. And this is our social media presence. And a little bit about myself. So I started the Skill Elevate online last year, and since then it is like a very accelerating journey. But I myself have two kids who are in NIOS, and so I have worked earlier in 19 years in like as a software engineer. So, but earlier what I have to see, like I used to train, mentor people. So I thought maybe whatever my skill is there, it can be useful, like if I come into this field. So that's how I started this journey. And I see like there are a lot of things has to be done here in this space. So that's how I am here. So let's start with OB. Before starting with OB, I'll just tell you a little bit about NIOS, because we have some audience who might have just heard about NIOS. Just to give a history, right now we know all about national education policy and all. There is something similar like that. Initiative was there around 1978. Okay, so they started thinking about including those children who might be school dropouts, new literates, and out of school learners, right? What about them? So you know that for university we have IGNOU, Indira Gandhi Open University, but in the elementary education, what needs to be done? So those ideas, like from 1978 started, in 1989 it came into as a board as like NIOS officially. The everything was settled and done in 1988, but 1989 when the board was formed, it started operations since then. Now, what is the basic concern as a parent I would have or you would have is whether NIOS is recognized. So NIOS is actually recognized because now government also is facing the challenge to educate like the vast number of students what we have, to build the infrastructure and all. Like if you really see the cities and all, it is actually for the people who are from the well-to-do family, they can afford the premium level of education. But there is a huge strata of the society who are struggling to get the, I'm not saying like literally poor, but even if you are like from the middle class society, it is very difficult to say like get a education. Like to just give an example, I did my engineering only paying 750 rupees. I did my engineering in 2001. I passed. So now if you try to do engineering, I'm just saying like say Premier Institute of IIT. I'm just taking an example. Please pardon me if you don't like engineering and all. So for that, at least you need 10 lakhs of rupees. So you can see the jump. Like where is 750 rupees and where is the 10 lakh rupees. So whatever is we are progress we are doing, something is not right about the education fees. And as the education fees is increased, you might agree, like already some of you already see, quality of education has not increased. You might be fondly remembering your teachers. Somebody would have made such an impact. Uh, and I only remember my teachers. But when I given my children to school, I was very disappointed, even paying more than 1 lakh rupees. The quality of the education, teachers are not trained, and more than that, teachers are being used for other admin work in the private schools. So that's create problem, that's create conflict. So as a homeschooling, since I have to take a backup as like if I have to, my child needs to take a certificate, I have enrolled my children in NIOS. So that's the brief about NIOS. And as we discuss, we'll be coming back and referring you to the stories and all. So now comes OB. So OB is like kind of, it is like a framework. Now it is being developed more. Till like before NEP, you can say that there was not much activity there. But you can say luckily or like unfortunately, like there is COVID happened where lot of students got stuck in the home, and the schools, they charge fees. So where the parents actually realize, I am not sending my children to school, why should I pay that much amount of money, right? Otherwise, like we generally go, like when I first give my son to so-called school, I just looked on the building. My school building was 2 floor high, so I thought, okay, my son's school is 4 floor high, so I'll give him to that building. So or the facilities, like literally the area I stay behind it, there is a school. They have been advertising from last year's itself, like there is a swimming pool getting built. So the so like seeing swimming pool, like the amenities we are giving, like we are not really looking for the exam. So whereas like this NIOS, the Open Basic Education Program, provides the elementary education. Like that's how it started. It's for dropouts, neo-literates, and out of school learners. And it
दिखाओ
is
मुझे अपना एक्टिविटी.
yeah, somebody should go in mute, please. I'm just muting you. So in case you need to ask question, please stop me and ask me question. So that's how it started. The board started in that way. So that's where like you might see like some concern among the parents whether NIOS is will be accepted. But I can show you, even if you go to NIOS website, you might have seen there has been circular written when the NEET exam, that NEET exam happened in May 5th. And they were like showing a circular. NIOS students are eligible for NEET exam. And my students, they had concern whether they will be able to give exam. But they were able to because the exam dates are not clashing like that. So, and when I started my teaching journey, my first student actually right now in IIT Madras. So that's how I started guiding him, and then that's how my teaching journey started. So what I'm want to say is NIOS is recognized, and like even the sports person like Mary Com is from an NIOS student. She's from Manipur, so she's a NIOS student, and the student I teach, at least 30 to 40% of student comes to me who are into sports, like active sports. Right now, currently my students are there in tennis. She's a professional tennis player, playing for under 12, under 14 level India tournaments. So for them, the NIOS. So like it started with this dropouts and all, but as the time progresses, now NIOS is like kind of go to option for people like who are like kind of gifted children. Now, who are the gifted children? Like if you would have heard about some, I think Mr. Tathagata Avatar Tulsi, that's what his name, if I'm telling him correctly. He actually passed his 10th exam, I think at the age of 6 or age of 8, like that. Okay, so that's the level I'm talking about, a gifted children, like who are like uh, very much kind of advanced from their age in learning. So how NIOS helps is like to give standard exam, minimum age is uh, 14 years, and within 15 years you can give 10th standard exam, and within after giving 15, like within 2 years you can complete your 12th standard. So within 17 years you can finish exam. And as like any other boards, if you want some permission and all, so those options also is there, like to give the exam early and all like that. So those criteria is there. And recently, like last 10 years or last 15 years, so NIS have been like very good for the students who are like termed as a slow learners, like the syndrome, like they have Down syndrome, autism, those kind of symptoms what the children have. For that, NIOS is a go-to board. So now, is it the board for like only the people who are not good enough? Not exactly. Like if you see the question level, and now this year, like from April, just exam has finished, they have completely changed the question paper and all. It has made more user friendly. So, and it is more application based. So which you can like really see the like glimpses of say foreign curriculum like IGCSE and all, like the international board. So those things are being done in that level. So obviously, like it is not like it is also, although it is like kind of similar to CBSE, but it is like trying to give you more kind of flexibility in terms of learning. And then second thing is the like uh, books and all, like as you see the higher standard books, it is like quite good on that. So now, as I said, level A, level B, level C. Now it is equivalent to class 3, 5, and 8 respectively for the formal schooling system. So what this means, suppose you have given level A exam, you'll get a certificate, you'll get a transfer certificate, and then mark sheet, which will help you. Like I'm staying in Karnataka, so if you have to take admission in a school, I'm just saying, like you have homeschool for some time now, your child wants to go to school. So this NIS mark sheet will help you to take an admission there in a school. Now, what happens to, like this is like ideally, like now you might say that when I go and approach school, they'll say that my school quota is full and I cannot take admission because I can only take that. So that problem is there. But what is the good news is every day, like I am staying in Bangalore, every day I see some or other person who is passionate about education coming and starting with a new school. Now, at this presentation, I want to what to demystify to you is uh, the boards and all these are like curriculum, but our learning should not be limited to like only stick to a curriculum. So if your child, you can give access to like the like hunger for learning, any school that matter like kind of will do best. I also volunteer for a school in Jharkhand. Um, they are like a tribal belt area, like so you cannot imagine, like they don't have any resources, but children have passed in first division. 12 of their children have passed in the like first division in CBSE, and none of them failed. So like in that remote area, if the child can do that much well, definitely, like if you're drilling in a proper way, NIOS is like very flexible and very easy way to do that thing. I hope I have given you a little bit of perspective. What is OB? Is there any questions?
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, I have a doubt. For these level of exams A, B, and C,
Hmm.
these kids have to give the test in the government centers.
Yes, they are called as accredited institutions. I'll touch upon
Okay.
that. So you need to, like wherever, when you are enrolling, you'll be going to that school and it will be um, appearing for those exams. Yes.
So, is this centers available in each and every state, or they are
Yes, yes.
limited to a particular state?
No, no, no. It is available since it is present from 1989. You can check, like
Okay.
I have posted in the group also, like how to find a study center. You'll find out every state and union territory, at least one NIOS center will be there. But yes, there will be kind of challenges, whether how much active, okay, how much
Okay.
active they are, that will be a challenge. But for that, like
Okay.
person like me, I am there to help you to work with
Okay.
that center if they need any help, that I can support.
Okay.
So
And
hmm,
one more
please go.
doubt is this: for the first, second, and the fourth standard, will be there any exam for these standard kids, or they have to prepare by themselves?
This is meant for self study. So only like as I said, like if you are giving A level exam, which is equivalent to
Okay.
third level exam.
Okay.
So that I'll
Okay.
come back, like that when I'll be sharing my offerings to you, then I'll come back and I'll show you like how I can support you in this. So let's see like
Yeah.
what happens in OB, like what all things you can learn. So actually
Okay.
you learn one language, mathematics, environmental science, and social science. This is like criteria. So, but if you go to the NIOS website, level A will not have, say, like a language part. They have only maths. You have a little bit of EVS and computers. Okay. And then level B, almost similar. When you see the level C syllabus, you have English. There is a guideline for English, and then maths, science, environmental science, like that. So now criteria for NIOS like OB and then 10 standard is same. You can choose minimum 5 subjects and maximum 7 subjects. Okay, so that is the criteria. When you are enrolling, you can do that like that. But thing is that you need to take help of the accredited agency, like as you said, the schools. There is a difference between 10 standard and the uh, lower level. So lower level, what happens? The school or the accredited agency can have designed their own curriculum. They can take those NIOS books as a reference, but they can design like as any, like if you take accreditation from CBSE, like say till 8th standard, you can follow the curriculum, but you can have your own books also. That you might have seen, like if you have enrolled your child to a school, they might have their own book, although they call themselves CBSE. So because CBSE is a guideline, so similarly, NIOS OB also is a guideline. So it is implemented with the collaboration with the agency. Agency, why I'm saying agency here? Because some of them are schools, but some of them, like say Spastic Society of Karnataka, is a society or NGO, you can say, dedicated specially for the special needs child. Then there are, if you go to NIOS website, you will find madrasas as a NIOS center. So uh, those also like can be like, if you are a trust or if you are a kind of NGO, you can also register yourself as a NIOS center, because NIOS is mainly for like just facilitating the exams or like facilitating the thing. Like in OB, obviously you need to have more criteria, but at the 10 standard, you can just, if you have the necessary infrastructure, you can apply for a NIOS center. So accredited agency offer the courses as per NIOS guidelines. So like as I said, CBSE, NIOS also gives the guidelines and the conduct examination. So how you'll get the certificate, or what you can take the examination, or who can take the admission. One is the younger child, like 6 to 14 years of age. And there is another 14 plus years of age, like who have not able to take any education. Before going to say 10 standard, they want to study and take the certificate, they can also for OB, right? So as of you, some of you would be having question, like if a children below of age of 6, like preschools and all, like that provision is not there in under this program as of now. But I have seen a circular being there, like government is planning something even as a framework to like younger children also. I think as you are going through, if you are associated with me, I'll be able to give you more information if I get more on that. But as of now, it starts from 6 and above, like other. Now, this I have taken from the NIOS website. Please don't think this is like applies to you. This, unfortunately, in India, it happens, like a lot of things are there. And National Literacy Mission, as I was saying, like that was like earlier, like a NAP. For them, they wanted to target all this section, so that it can, like, just to give an example, the fees of NIS, say like OB A level is only 350 rupees. So still, like when I was ranting about the all the private schools, so this is still very cheaper. Even in 10th standard, even though if you pay fines and all, within 10,000 you'll finish the entire curriculum, including exam, right? So these are the people who can take admission under OBE. And what is the duration? It is 1 year. Like even if you enroll for A level, B level, or C level, it is 1 year. So that question comes, like as you might have been having answer. So it is not like traditional schooling where you have 1, 2, 3, and each year you're having exam. So from first standard till 8th standard, you are actually giving only 3 exam, and for that 3 times you are enrolling that. Now what happens in this middle, like on the middle year, what you want to do. So if you really closely look at the books of, say, like I'm just taking example CBSE. Suppose in the first standard you have done addition, that like 2-digit number. So in the second standard, what the child will be doing with 3-digit number, and the fourth standard 4-digit. So till even like child goes to 6th and 7th, this will continue. If you have closely monitored the books, like I'm just taking example of maths, but even same thing happens in the, say, like EVS and all. The if you see the CBSE books, it's just the extension. Little bit is here studied here and then goes there. So if you really see, like if they have a checkpoint, like on the 3rd standard and 5th standard and 8th standard, it is actually enough. But now this time, what happens for the child? So that's where they, like, you need to really understand what is homeschooling is, or what is unschooling is, or what is like kind of road schooling is. So what this means is, like, you are actually following your child interest rather than going by a curriculum, where like passing an exam is big, takes a back seat. It is important, but it is not that every week you have to give a monthly test or like weekly test, which, like, when I teach a child who is into regular school, I see they often they come, like, start their day at like morning 6 or 6:30. They get ready for school, go at school at 8 o'clock or 8:30, and then come back after 3:30 in the afternoon, takes a little bit nap, and then they need to play also. And then the child is actually uh, kind of taking tuitions from our organization, maybe at the time as like 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock. And the child is studying at till like say 11 and 12 at night when it comes exam time, and then goes back to bed. So what is happening here? We are losing the children's childhood, right? They are not really able to enjoy. If you see the children, they're like really stressed. When I see my children friends who are in school, they, even they talk also, they like speaks very loudly. So, and like kind of lot of agitation is there. So why to do that? Like, again, I am not saying that if your child loves reading, if the child loves really academics, definitely for there. But I think you'd agree with me, all childs are not same. Especially if a child, normal child, if you tell them, like if he's a 6-year-old or 7-year-old, if you give them a day, okay, today if you are allowed to do anything, they may play whole day without getting tired. Even they will not ask you for food also. Rather than if they say, okay, like please write a paragraph of something on like water problem in Bangalore, they may not like ready to write, but they will play. So this is what is there. Even if you like aware of some philosophies like Waldorf or like say Finland educations and all, their education system is based on free play. Like if you go to school in Finland, 4 hours will be dedicated. Half of the time will be dedicated to play. In India, it happens ulta. Okay, so in that way you can do that. So where I come help is, suppose you are starting journey of your homeschooling. Obviously NIOS formal subjects we support, but along with that, if you want to develop any curriculum to support your child, no matter wherever you are in India, I can give you support. I can develop curriculum for you based on your interest. Like now, why I said that interest of this one. See, like when I was studying, my parents have put me into tabla playing, percussion instrument, but I could not pursue it because I had like studies to complete, right? So somewhere now when I did my job and I'm now in my late 40s, so I really miss that part. I didn't get chance. So why not give that chance to our children, right? So now as this is not a paid version of Zoom, so this meeting will end. I have posted one another Zoom Google Meet. So if this ends, we'll join to that because our discussion will go that level. And the eligible criteria, what is the criteria of certification in OB? Like level A pass in one language or subject. So you have applied for five subject. In one language, if you pass, or 3 other subjects are necessary, like similarly pass in 1 language subject and 4 other subjects is necessary, like OB B levels. So like if you pass in total 5 subjects, you get the certificate. When I was editing, I think somehow I left this format, and that's the main criteria. And the question how it comes, it is mostly objective level, depends on the school. And whatever school or the students I have supported till now, I have seen they already beforehand only give you the chapters. If they are having their own book, they also will tell you like this is the chapters are important. And easily, like what I have seen the results of my fellow my parents, they have reported every student have actually scored A. Means a grade system is there, and mark wise they have scored almost 80 to 90% without, like, even some students have reported that they have given the exam, came out within 1 hour and all like that. And they could, so passing is not a problem in the OBE level, and the exams are very easy. Now, having said that, I don't want to diminish the idea of like academics or the study. I am a, like, if you ask
May
me,
I
I
ask
am a
some
very,
question?
yes, please.
So one thing is that I'm finding it hard to relate between when level C is class 8,
Yes,
then what is class 10th?
class 10. So there
And
is nothing in
also,
middle of 9. So you are passing the uh, um, class 8 at the age of 13, and 13 to 14, like kind of you have to have a gap. And once your child is like kind of crosses 14, then only you can take the admission in NIOS 10th level. So you actually getting a time to prepare for your 9th standard, and then you can give the 10th standard exam. So 9th and 10th is combined in NIOS actually.
okay, and the other is duration of each level is 1 year. Does it mean that there is minimum gap of 1 year, or does it mean that within 1 year
Within 1
they have
year, you can do that. And for, yeah, within
so
1 year you can do
if
that.
someone gives an exam for level A this year,
Hmm.
they can give the level B exam right after 12 months or even after 24 months. Is that okay? Is that correct?
There, then again, each level, the check will be there. Like say, as we are discussing in the beginning, like 7, whether age 7 is crossed. So when you are enrolling the child again, it will check for age. So only that criteria is met, then it will allow. So maybe it will not happen immediately. So like you are past level A, that means it is equivalent to standard 3. And then level B is like 5th. So at least it will take 2 years for you to complete that level B.
Okay, so when it says duration is 1 year, it means that
Means you
minimum is
enroll that,
1 year.
like the site will allow you to enroll. So within 1 year, you can do that. Suppose you are not opted for that, then there is chance, like if you once register for NS, 5 year your registration is valid, but that age criteria is like that.
Okay, thank you. If you don't mind, again,
Hmm.
is OB and NIOS same or they are parallel or OB part of NIOS? I kind of missed that
Correct. So
bit of
OB is
clarity.
part of NIOS. So NIOS has 2 parts. Like one is for the young children and the like people who have missed their studies, like for certain reason. And there is a like a senior secondary and secondary, like formal degree, like where they offer you certificate through which you can, like as a homeschooler, you can come to mainstream education. So there are 2 segments to that. Apart from that, NIS offers other programs as well, like vocational program and all are there. But as of now, for our today's topic discussion, I have been discussing regarding OB.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. All right. So now quickly, like what we support from OB, B level and C level, why I mentioned, like our offerings are mostly online. So this actually helps, like sometimes children might face difficulty sitting in online. So that's why Mostly we support B and C level, but if I get a student for like a level A, how we support? We give the curriculum text to the teachers or the parents. So take care of them so that children need not to really sit for classes and all do that. But if they are willing to do, we have organized camps and all. Camps in a sense like kind of as I think Kaminiji was mentioning about trek. So we also take students to like that nature outing, and that nature surrounding we just give that teaching. So that's how we do that. And our main offerings are into 10th and 12th standard. In 10th and 12th, 10th there are 29 subjects, and 12th also is like more than 35 subjects are there. So all these subjects we cover under our offering. Also, like as some of the students are like very academically inclined, so for that, if they need support, as I said, like my student, first student was a G aspirant, so he actually like I support them also. But again, we are not like kind of say like what you can like physics wala and all. We offer like as a homeschooling. If the child has that interest, then only we can support. So and computer science in a sense like I was working in IT. So if some children are really interested into computers, like they are into programming, into game development and all, so specific as a like a project, I work and support those people. So this is as of now our offering. And in future we'll be coming up with like you might have seen if you have joined our groups and all. um, I'll be sharing that community list also in the group. We offer something called travel. We have something called workshops as well. So in future we'll be coming up with like more experiential or more innovative way of doing the things. Since we started last year, we initially concentrated on the regular thing, but this year in 2024 we'll be coming up with other experiential learning also. So this is what uh, I wanted to share. And at this point, if you have any questions, maybe you can start, and or maybe you can join the Google Meet to continue our discussion. So where we'll have like dedicated Q&A, and we can take it forward.
Can you share the
Uh,
Google Meet link?
Yeah, I'll paste it again. Yes, ma'am. You were saying.
Yeah, before that, for level A, B, C, you said that child will be given the accredited centers to go and write the exam.
Right.
Suppose the centers are following any state syllabus or some other syllabus, other publishers,
Right.
and the child has prepared the exam for CBSE. They read from the CBSE books. So how they are going to match, or how?
Yes.
I think you understand my question.
Understood. Understood. So I think this meeting is less than 1 minute. Maybe kindly join the Google Meet, and then we'll look to continue the discussion there, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. Thank you.